Hi, I'm Haja.
I am Brandon. We are from Group 13, present you about the impact of jet.
In our daily life, there are many applications such in aerospace, automotive, electronic, food, fiberglass. But today I just want to highlight two things which was water jet cutter and pellet wheel in general electricity. Water jet cutter is capable to slash metal or other material by using the high pressure and high velocity of water jet together with abrasive substance. It's very useful as no heat generated, does not generate any dust or particle that harmful when inhaled. Moreover, water jet cutter can produce a smooth edge and remove other machining operation. Next, generate electricity. Impact of jet used in rotate the turbine, namely pattern wheel, in generate water. The turbine is an impulse start of water turbine. The water which is that energy from the impulse of moving water.
Our experiment title for today is Impact of a Jet. There are three main objectives for this experiment. The first objective is to demonstrate and verify the integral momentum equation. The force developed by a jet of water deflected on an impact surface is measured and compared to the momentum change of the jet. Talking about the momentum equation, it is based on the Newton's second law of motion. The second objective is to determine the force required to keep a target at a datum level while it is subjected to the impact of water jet. Datum line is defined as an assumed surface used as a reference for the measurement of heights and depths. The third objective of this experiment is to identify the reaction force produced by the impact of jet water on different target winds. Reaction force is based on Newton's third law of motion, where all forces occur in pairs such that if one object exerts a force on another object, then the second object exerts an equal and opposite reaction force in the first.
Now the experiment, I would like to introduce you the apparatus that we are going to use in this experiment. First, you need an impact object apparatus connected with the hydraulic vent, which consists of control valve which will control the water flow rate. The pump switch will turn on and off the pump, the water pump. In this experiment, we will using 5mm nozzle and two kinds of target plate with different surface, which is hemisphere plate and flat plate. Besides, in this experiment, we will use a set of caliber weight which consists of 100 gram, 50 gram and 20 gram. And we will use a stopwatch to measure the time taken to collect the 5 liter water. The water will flow into the volumetric tank. After that, we can see the water level through the flow meter.
Now I will explain the procedure for this impact of jet experiment. Okay, now firstly, before we start anything, we have to make sure that we install the plate inside here, and then we as a starter will use flat plate first, and then later we will use hemisphere plate. And now we already switch on the pump switch here, and now before we put anything on the weight tray, we have to make sure that the pointer and the weight tray must be aligned to each other. Okay, now we will control the weight tray by using this control valve like this. Okay, then it's already aligned and there will water come out, and now it's already aligned. So as an initial weight, we will use 100 gram. So we put it on the weight tray, and now since it's already not aligned back, so we have to adjust it again by using this control valve to make it align again like this. Okay, now it must be aligned again after it's aligned. So look at here. Okay, the water will fill up here. Then after it's filled up here, we can read the water level by this flow meter, and then we have to make sure that the water level is exactly 5 liter, and at the same time we will use the stopwatch to record the time until it's reached 5 liter to get flow rate later. And then as a suggestion, I recommend that we will repeat the experiment with using same weight to get an accurate reading for several times. Now we will use 7 different reading with 100 gram different, so the final weight is 700 gram. Then after that, we finish it, we will switch off the pump switch and then change the hemisphere plate, and then we will repeat the procedure.
In this experiment, hemisphere carry a much larger velocity in order to lift the weight due to its larger surface area, as the flat plate need a less velocity because the surface of the plate is smaller. Furthermore, the heavier the weight, the more force needed to lift the weight. Hence, a higher velocity required to produce enough force to lift up the weight. Theoretically, the theoretical force should be same as the actual force. However, the difference between the theoretical value and the actual value may be mainly due to, first, error in taking the reading, second, losses in experiment apparatus, third, irregular flow of water when collecting 5 liters of water, fourth, stopwatch manual errors in timing. To improve the accuracy of the result of the experiment, ensure that the position of the observer eyes must be 90 degrees perpendicular to the position of the pointer, and also repeat the experiment at taking the average value to get the optimum result.